That starting lineup for Boston included 70 combined points for Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. Meanwhile, Carmelo Anthony, a subpar game in Game 3. He was magnificent in Game 2. They'll need a huge game for them to extend their season. The Garden crowd, again, once again sold out. But they're a little anxious, certainly, after what they witnessed on Friday night. It had been the first home playoff game in 7 years, and the Celtics took care of all the energy in about 5 minutes, jumped out to a 22-5 lead. Stoudemire was not a factor the other night. Offensive foul called for the charge. Stoudemire played almost 33 minutes, but had just the 7 points, 3 rebounds. The back clearly affecting him. He's talked about it the last couple of days that it's been bothering him quite a bit, and injured it in warm-ups of Game 2 after an excellent Game 1. And Mike D'Antoni's talked that if he can't go and play like he did the other day, they're better off sitting him down.
The other day meaning when?
Game 3.
Play like Game 3, sit him down anyway. I think the Celtics have made an adjustment defensively. They're closing the gap, squeezing their defense, and playing guys not just one-on-one, but really 1.5 to 2 men, making life tough for the Knicks.
I might go the opposite way. I might play him the full 48 minutes.
Just so he didn't have to sit down?
Not sit, and guess what? He's okay. It's not about right now excuses. It's about finding solutions, as Jermaine O'Neal makes a nice pull-up. And Stoudemire, to me, has to be in the mindset that he's fine if he goes out there. You can't be half-stepping.
Tony Douglas way off the mark. And the Celtics scored the first 9 points of the game. Sucked the life out of the building right away. Pierce puts up a shot. That's off the mark. Terry at the rebound. And the Knicks, for the most important game of the season, surprisingly came out flat. Carmelo Anthony misfires. Garnett the rebound. They were playing on their heels the entire night. And Ray Allen, one of those leading the charge, a magnificent performance shooting the ball. He's done that all series. O'Neal tries another. Pierce may have gotten a piece of it. The Celtics saying it was tipped. And they're going to say last touch by New York. 5 to shoot. Amari Stoudemire saying no way, it wasn't tipped. They're not going to listen to him.
And that's what Landry Fields has got to do. He's got to start becoming that blue-collar effort player that he was in the first 4 months of the year.
Ray Allen nails the jumper. Allen has been magnificent. 63% shooting from the field in this series, averaging just under 25 a game. Pierce is on Anthony. Anthony never got it going. Knocks down a three-pointer. The Knicks their first points of the afternoon.
Both of his shots already this game. Good look. That one a long distance three. The prior one in transition. Now they will knock it down. He's got to be aggressive.
Gets the rebound. You saw how far off Tony Douglas was playing off Rondo. Anthony drives to the basket. Layup is good. So an aggressive Carmelo Anthony. And the Knicks have their first lead since Game 2. It was a wire-to-wire victory for Boston the other night. Well, you just see a different energy, at least for the first couple of minutes. And it was not there in Game 3. Garnett. He's always been underrated about his game, how consistent he is on his jump shot. Do you agree?
Well, he's an outstanding mid-range jump shooter. Talking about pick and pop, you're talking about face-up jump shots and even turnaround jump shots off the post. Underrated throughout the course of his career.
Turia had a layup and then turned the other way. Then Douglas playing way off Rondo. Pierce drives to the basket. Fight for the rebound. Douglas comes away. Pierce still down as he tripped up by the photographers along the baseline. Douglas to the basket. And the Knicks back up by 1. Pierce a slight lift as he gets up off the floor at the other end.
But you love the pace that the Knicks are playing with. That takes away the greatest strength of the Celtics. Half-court defense, able to dictate what they want you to do. You push the basketball, you get stopped. Good things will happen.
The number 1 item on the whiteboard in the Knicks locker room was push the tempo. The number 1 item defensively was keep Rondo out of the paint. Pierce trying to create some space. And Douglas looking to push. Douglas starting in place of the injured Chauncey Billups. Billups suffered that knee injury at the end of game 1. Rondo this time gets in the paint. Misses the layup. Garnett right there for the easy tip.
You can only give so much ground to Rondo. That time Tony Douglas kept backing up. So Rondo's at the basket. The big man has to come and help.
Turner counted and a foul. Douglas operated the pick and roll nicely that time.
Well, they pick and roll. Douglas, good pocket pass. Turioff, good finish.
Jermaine O'Neal picks up his first. Knicks, like the Celtics, two teams have tried to find a consistent center all this year. Knicks have had 6 different starting centers, same as Boston. Of course, Boston, the main reason is injuries. We've already had 5 lead changes in the first 4 minutes. Knicks by 3. Garnett knocked away by Turioff. Rondo wide open underneath and tripped up. Tony Douglas picks up his first, and for the first time today, we welcome in Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. We were talking about Amari Stoudemire in the locker room before the game. Stoudemire was saying that when he woke up this morning, he felt relief because he says he just felt that much better about his back. But remember, just yesterday, he was actually saying that the back felt worse, and he even hinted that he may not play today. So I asked him what changed so drastically. He said getting a lot of rest and treatment. He said, I did nothing yesterday but lay on my back watching television, hooked up to a BioWave machine, getting 1 hour on, 1 hour off of stim treatment. So how effective can he be today? He said, well, put it this way, I'm actually looking forward to the contact today.
All right, Lisa. Loose ball foul called on Kevin Garnett. You look, he had that superb game 1 when he had 12 of his 28 in the 4th quarter. And then injured the back prior to game 2 wasn't the same, certainly not in game 3. The funny thing is, early in game 3, he looked like he was running well, but obviously was not effective at all.
Well, he looked fine. You saw him dunking and, pre-game warm-ups. You saw him come out. He looked fluid, running the floor. At some point, you got to give credit to Kevin Garnett and the job he's doing. He stepped up to the challenge and found ways to compete and contain it.
Rondo goes down hard. And Carmelo Anthony helping him up after the hard foul. Rondo will go to the free throw line. When we talk about Rondo's 20 assists, we talk about Ray Allen's 3-point shooting, Paul Pierce's 38-point game. Garnett has had a great series, as I think they're going to call a flagrant foul. Flagrant one is called. Mike D'Antoni does not like it, so it'll be 2 shots and the basketball. Anthony with a shove with the left. Rondo struggles at the free throw line. What do you think, guys? I mean, he did shove him.
Well, he did shove him. We're talking about 2 old school guys. That's playoff basketball, but at the same time, the correct call because it wasn't a play on the ball.
You don't need to use the word school.
Right, but I would say this. To me, that's a 50-50 call. You can't really complain about it either way.
What we're saying is we have a defensive 3 seconds call, so a 1-shot technical.
There's no way it can be technical. The ball just came in. Only 2 seconds came off the shot clock.
All right, you look, the shot clock says 22.
No way.
Mike D'Antoni pointing to it. He's absolutely right. That's the quickest defensive 3 seconds.
No, it can't be 3 seconds if 3 seconds hasn't come off.
Right.
I mean, he made a mistake. He was in the lane before the ball was inbounded.
They need to change that. I think they will. Kenny